Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to The Bookish Knitter. Today I am coming to you with a Friday/weekend reads video, because I don't just discuss the books I'm planning on reading today, but the books I'm planning to read this weekend. So, thank you for sitting down with me this morning. I have been a few little a little housekeeping thing before I get started. So my apologies that no video went out yesterday. It has been another crazy busy week this week, and it's month end, so that tends to make things be a little bit crazier at work. So anyway, that's been the situation. I did not get a chance to film it, edit it, all that good stuff and post it, so I just said forget it. I didn't want to put a video out that was half-assed, essentially, right? If I'm putting a video out for you guys, I want it to be, decent and not just something that I rushed through. So I will be posting, it was my ARC, another e-ARC. I didn't have very many of them, only a few. So I will just put them into this week's, like the one that's going to come out this Thursday, essentially. So yeah, Friday reads. I have also been doing daily vlogs, daily shorts here on the channel, for those of you who may or may not have seen them. I've really been loving this. It's literally less than a minute long little videos of what I'm reading that day. For those of you who really enjoyed me doing my daily vlogs, it's kind of a way of me doing that, but keeping it to a much, much shorter bit of time. So those are up on the channel if you guys ever want to watch them. Like I said, they are all less than a minute long, which is fantastic. Keeps my waffling down to a minimum, let's put it that way. So yeah, so I have a few things to talk about today, sharing with you guys what I'm reading today, along with a change that has happened, a decision that I made to change my October TBR. A good chunk of the books on my October TBR, so I will get to that in just a second. So if you guys have been watching my shorts, you know what I'm currently reading. Right now, I am still working my way through My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. I am not quite halfway through this book. Guys, I am loving this. This is so good. I had forgotten. It's been a while. Now that I'm saying it, I'm pretty sure I've read Tessa Bailey. But maybe I'm thinking Tessa Dare. She also writes romance, but it's a spicier historical romance. Maybe I haven't read Tessa Bailey. See, I'm putting Tessa Bailey and Tessa Dare together. Anyway, this is about a woman who goes on vacation, and on the first day in the rental house, she finds a dead body. So then this bounty hunter named Miles shows up. Her name is, what's her name again? Taylor. Her name is Taylor. And his name is Miles. I kind of really like that name. And he's a bounty hunter, and he's been hired by the deceased guy's sister to try and find out who the killer is. And she considers herself a true crime junkie, and she knows what's going on, and she knows all about police procedurals and things like this, and she's trying to tell him how to do his job. And of course, this gets very, very hot and spicy. I mean, right from almost the very beginning of the book. This one is, there is adult content in a lot of the books that I read, but this one is higher up on the spicy food chain, if you will. This is one that, it goes there a little bit, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a greatly written book, and I love Taylor and I love Miles, but yeah, definitely a more spicy read. But I will get this one done today, so stay tuned on Sunday for my weekly wrap-up, where I will talk more about that one. The other one that I'm currently reading, because I do like to have a Harlequin book on the go. I did miss it when I was reading just one book at a time. I'm like, but I really like having a Harlequin book on the go. So I am currently reading My Year with the Billionaire by the great Rachel Stewart. I am loving this book. So it's an inheritance romance where, she was actually the foster daughter of this woman named Catherine. And so her name is, our main character's name is escaping me right now, and I feel so bad about that. Her name is Summer. And Edward is the male lead. So Edward is Catherine's grandson. So she was fostered by this woman, and she's actually 10 years younger, roughly about 10 years younger than Edward. No, is it 10 years, or I'm thinking My Killer Vacation. They have a 10-year age gap. They're a few years apart in age. Anyway, they had like a summer romance. Nothing really happened. He was 20 to her 18. And it takes place in Scotland at this Scottish estate that Summer lived at while she was being fostered by this woman. So 20 years has passed, the woman has passed away, and she has left the estate to Edward and Summer. So the two of them have to spend, hence the title, a year together in order to inherit. So that's where we are, and I'm really enjoying it. Where I am right now, I'm almost 70% of the way through this one. I only have a few more chapters left, so I will definitely get this one done this morning, probably. Is that they it's right now it's Halloween, and she's throwing a Halloween ball, and I am loving it. So yeah, so I am very excited about this one. Again, stay tuned on Sunday for my full review of that book. So what am I reading this weekend? Because guys, tomorrow is the 1st of October, which means we're starting all of the October books, and I am so excited. So I will share with you the first 2 books, I'm going to share with you the 3 books I'm hoping to at least, one I'm hoping to start and finish. So the one I'm hoping to start and finish is Butterfly by V.C. Andrews, which is the first book in the is it The Orphans? It's the Orphans miniseries. So it's 4 shorter books that I'm planning on reading this month. And then there's a full-length novel that I plan on reading in November. So this is kind of a buddy read on the channel. I'm going to go and open up the threads on Discord today if anyone else wants to join in. But this is only 170 pages. So I'm hoping to get through this one tomorrow. I have no plans for the weekend. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, maybe some grocery shopping. That's it. So yeah, that's my plan, is to hopefully start and finish this one. And then when I'm done that one, the next one that I want to start is one that wasn't on my TBR, but one that I just got sent to me by the publisher, and I'm super, super excited about it. And it's Witcha Gonna Do by Avery Flynn. So this is another fantasy witchy contemporary-ish romance about a girl having witchy powers, I guess, and I am so excited for it. So I have the e-arc on my Kobo, and my game plan is to start this one as soon as I'm done Butterfly by V.C. Andrews. So yeah. Now, the big change that I am making to my October TBR is in terms of the Harlequin Anticipated Reads books. So I wanted to kind of discuss it here very quickly because these videos tend to be a bit shorter, and it gives me a little bit more time to talk about a few things. So I did a whole video like a month ago on the Gloss app. A lot of you requested it, and I like the app for what it is. I really, really do, guys. I think it's a great app. I mean, everything that I talked about in that video, I don't BS you guys. Like, I legitimately feel that way about that app. I love the fact that you can get the books a month early on the website and then read them on the app. Or you can buy the physical books. I love the fact that you get points for your purchases. I do like the reading experience on the app itself. Like, it's not a bad reading app. Let's put it that way. The issue that started to happen for me is I'm starting to get more headaches. And part of it is work. I know that because it's been stressful, and I get that, and I acknowledge that. The other part that I've noticed is reading off of a tablet. I mean, I just hate, I know hate is a strong word. I really, really, really dislike reading off a tablet. I know that there are some of you out there who live and die by your iPads or your Samsung devices or whatever, and that's how you consume your ebooks, and that is fantastic. My eyes just can't take it anymore. And the fact is that I always have a Harlequin book on the go. So I'm every day reading off of that app. And I try and do it earlier in the day because that way it doesn't strain my eyes as much because it's like bright outside. So you know what I mean? And I do turn the brightness down on it, but I just don't like it. I find that device, I switch between my Samsung Galaxy tablet and my Kindle Fire. Mostly it's my Kindle Fire, and I just find both those devices as compared to my Kindle or my Kobo a lot heavier. And I know I'm being picky, but we have to enjoy the reading experience. So what I decided to do is, you guys, the whole point of doing the anticipated reads was to read the books a month in advance, like to read the books early so you guys would get my reviews on them, and then you could go out and put them on pre-order or purchase them or what have you, right? But what I've decided to do is read the month that we're in instead, and instead pick up the books either on Kobo or Kindle. Yes, I'm going to lose out on the points. Yes, I'm going to lose out on the sales, and I fully understand that. You know what? And I've come to the point now, if I'm buying off the Harlequin website, it will be physical books only, probably. I have so many ebooks that I've purchased that I I don't have an interest in reading right now, not because I don't want to read the book. I want to read the book. I don't want to read it on that device. And I wish they would go back to years ago when they had the option to download the books. Now, if you buy books, if you are outside of North America, if you're in the UK or what have you, you can buy off the Mills and Boon website as an ebook, but you can download it and sideload it to like your Kobo or something like that. I wish we had that option here in North America. And again, I did that entire video on the Gloss app, and I still stand by that video, and I still stand by the way I feel about that app. However, I wish that there was more choice for people, because there are people, you know, who prefer to read off of an e-ink device. And, you know, I think that by having the ability to download the book and put it on the device of your choosing should be your choice. That's my issue with ebooks, is that we don't own these books. If you buy a book off of Kindle, you don't own it. You don't own the right. You can't download that book and save it on your hard drive. You can only download it onto your Kindle. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're essentially borrowing that book for all intents and purposes. And that's my issue with ebooks. And way back in the day when I got my very first e-reader back in 2010 from Kobo, and I was buying off the Harlequin website way back when, I think it was eharlequin.com, and you had the ability to download the book. And I remember on my honeymoon, because my husband and I bought each other a Kobo e-reader as a wedding gift. We bought them while we were away on our honeymoon, because we honeymooned here in Canada. Like, we didn't go to some exotic destination. We went to Peterborough. For anyone else who's in Ontario, we went to Peterborough, which is like a cottage community just north of us. Anyway, so we each bought each other one of these devices, and I distinctly remember sitting in the hotel and going on the Harlequin website and buying a couple of books just to test it out, like cheap, like books that were on sale, and downloading them onto that Kobo. And being able to read it on that Kobo. I wish we could do that still. And you know what? As much as I, sang the praises of the Gloss app, they can get rid of it as far as I'm concerned and bring back that option. They can do it because they're doing it on Mills and Boon in the UK. You download to Adobe and you can do with it as you will. It does say that you can't download to Kindle because Kindle doesn't accept EPUB, but I think Kindle's accepting EPUB now, so maybe a change can be made. If you want to put it on your Kindle, your Kobo, if you are an iPad reader, put it on your iPad. I just wish there was more choice in that aspect. So I'm sorry, I'm going off on an entire tangent. I did not mean to go off on here, you guys. But I think those of you who are ebook readers will understand what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to be reading the current month is what I'm trying to say. And I'm going to be purchasing the books either from Kobo or Kindle or whatever. Doesn't matter. Just because it's easier for me to read, it's a more enjoyable reading experience. And at the end of the day, that's what's important, right? So I had 2 books that I did not get to this month. Like 2 books that I should have, the historical novel and the presents novel. So those are being carried over. So I will be reading those ones in October. And then I picked a new book. So I'll be reading 2 books published in October. Over the last 2 months, I will have probably read, for almost all the lines, 2 books for every imprint that Harlequin put out. So anyway, all that to say, what book are we starting out with? So these books have all already been released. They are brand new releases. You can purchase them online or wherever you want to get them. So I'll be starting off with another Harlequin romance, and this is Capturing the CEO's Guarded Heart by Rebecca Winters. So there's the cover. So I will be starting this one tomorrow as well, because like I said, I like a Harlequin book and another book on the go all the time. So yeah, I am really looking forward to it. And I do apologize again, guys, for that giant ramble. But anyway, that's it. I think I've rambled enough in this video. What time is it? It's 8:30. I have to log into work in a half an hour, and I'd like to get this video posted if at all possible. So anyway, guys, let me know, what are your reading plans for this weekend? What books are you starting the month of October with? And until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.